Hey everybody, my name's Travis Martin. I've lost more than 100 pounds, come off all prescription medications, dedicated my life to helping other people do the same thing. If you're on Facebook today, please like, share, follow. We need you. We love you. We have to beat those Facebook algorithms. We have basically been shadow banned. So without you sharing us, why would we be shadow banned? Because we talk about faith, we talk about Jesus, we talk about living our highest and best. And, I guess we're living in a day and time when that makes people feel really bad. So we need you. We need you. We're going to get Sandy on here, I believe. Sandy, can you show us your beautiful smile? I want to introduce y'all to my friend Sandy. Many of y'all know Sandy. Sandy's recommitting, rededicating, and every week we're going to give you a progress update, and you can learn from her journey if we can get her on here. Hey everybody, come on in. We're about to get started. If you're on Facebook, welcome. We're glad that you're with us.
Oh, there I am.
Hey Sandy.
Sorry, I would have got pretty for you.
Oh, you are pretty. You're beautiful. And we've got our accountability group here, Sandy. The Zoom room now, we went over this yesterday. We have Facebook folks that kind of, some are very committed and some are doing it willy-nilly. And then we've got the Zoom room where it's dedicated people that they're here because they're going to let me give them a kick in the tuchus by seeing their accountability report. Everybody in the Zoom room, I can see if they're journaling, I can see what badges they've earned, all that good stuff. So hopefully I can hold everybody accountable. But anyway, without further ado, my friend Sandy Gregg, just a little bit, I'm going to turn it over to her. I've known Sandy for a long time, and this girl is one amazing, determined woman when she sets her mind on something. And she will do, honestly, better than anybody I've ever seen, including old Charles Grant. He's around. Charles kills it. But Sandy does really good, and then life gets in the way and the self-sabotage takes place. And she's in a desperate need of us, y'all. She needs us. She needs that support, connection, love, accountability. Sandy, why don't you tell them a little bit about your weight loss journey thus far?
Well, I've been on and off, started with Thrive, and I've lost probably close to, I'd probably say 1,000 pounds with you, Travis.
Yeah.
I know in 2015, me and you was on a journey, and I lost over 100 pounds with you, and FOMO gets in the way, and I just backslide. And then I was doing good again. And then January of this year, life got in the way, and I had some stuff happen with the family and my son, and backslid again. And I got on the scale Monday morning and I about died. Travis, I was pushing 400 pounds. And it's just hard. And I know where to turn to when I need to get myself back together. And I've got to do it, Travis. I can't even walk to the mailbox without, going out of breath. So I just need my the family back.
Yeah, well, we all need you too, and we love you. And if you'll come to these classes, we all agree that every week we check in with Sandy, but she needs to come, right?
Yes.
Need to be here, and then
yes, sir.
We'll check in with you with these interviews, and then whatever obstacles you're up against, we'll talk you through it. But one of the things that I would suggest is that you don't listen to the devil this time, because what happens is you do so good and you get momentum, and you do, unlike anybody. You're killing it and just doing so good. In the minute that some of that pain, because I've seen you in this pain before,
right?
The minute some of that pain is alleviated,
right,
you slow down and start wanting to enjoy those old bad habits.
Absolutely.
And you have to realize it doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make me a bad person. We are food addicts, and no different than a drug or alcoholic. If you have somebody who was an alcoholic and they quit drinking, you don't put them around booze and tempt them. You've
Right.
got, at some point, you've got to have, if you can't in your house Shibbolethitize it, you're going to have your own pantry, your own little fridge, until you can overcome this fear of missing out. But your family loves you. They probably would support you in that. But two, you have a really good life. And I hope you don't mind your brother Travis telling you, every time that you've been doing so good and my heart's just beating for you. Like she's got it this time. She's got it. Then I start missing you.
Yes, sir.
Stop coming to class. Does class work and does journaling work?
100%. Yes.
And then when you quit coming, the next thing I see is on Facebook, y'all in Gatlinburg eating it up. She's gone. She's gone. Yeah. So you got to be aware. And when you go to Gatlinburg, learn to enjoy the beautiful scenery, the hiking, not just the food part. And then in Gatlinburg, focus on the foods that are Shibboleth approved. I can go to Gatlinburg, and I'm just using that as an example. You may not be going there anytime soon, but I can eat at the Peddler Steakhouse, Shibboleth approved. I just can't have some of the things that that I also want. I can eat delicious foods wherever I'm at that allow me to lose weight, or I can eat delicious foods that cause me to gain weight. Focus.
Yes.
What I'd like to do is for you to send me some before pictures that, like, we won't be able to afford to do what we did last time when we did the billboard, the real billboard.
Right.
But this time we can do a digital billboard. And if you'll send me a before picture that you wouldn't mind the world seeing, and we'll track your progress, because one of the things I feel like you really need to be held accountable by other people and not just me.
Yes, sir.
You will listen to me all of about 2 weeks before I just become Brother Travis again. So I think if you plug in here and you ask all these people to hold you accountable, that the group as a whole, putting that on you, and you're out there and you know that we're all waiting on you to show up for class and report your results, might just save your life.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Promise you'll do that?
I promise.
Everybody here gonna help me hold her accountable, right? All right, Sandy, we get started today. Make sure you take. I'm gonna give some of the new folks a little plan that might help today. All right. Love you.
Thank you. Love you.
All right.
Bye.
All right. It was good to have Sandy with us. Hello, everybody. Again, if you're just tuning in, my name's Travis Martin. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program, come off all prescription medications. If you're in the Zoom room, you are in our accountability group. I can see all of your results here. I love seeing all these green marks. See this fast track? This is everyone with the green mark. That's the folks that have watched the fast track videos, installed their new lifestyle quickly and easily. And then you come to these sessions to get additional help for me to fill in any missing pieces. If you've got a little X by your name, I know that you've not earned the fast track badge yet. And we've got an uphill battle until I can get you to go through that. Next, also, I can see who's journaling and who's not. Way to go, Angel. Journal 4 out of 4 days. I'm going to call out the good, not the bad. I've got folks here that haven't journaled a single day. We've got Stacy Brown, journaled 30 out of 30 days. We've got someone trying to get consistent, Amanda Main, 25 out of 30 days. It does make a difference. You've got Charlotte Little, 30 out of 30. And the people that are losing weight, you can't see the report too good, but the people that are losing weight are all the ones that have earned their fast track badge and their journaling. So when I come to class and I say that's what works, keeping your program top of consciousness, even though life's coming at you, roaring at you, trying to get you to stumble, trying to mess you up, if you do these things, it doesn't take much time each week, you're losing weight, considerable weight. Dawn Ogletree has journaled 29 out of 30 days, is down 116 pounds, y'all. So, I mean, the program works, but we got to put it all together and be willing to do it. It isn't any different than you getting up in the morning, brushing your teeth, putting on your deodorant. You do that not because you're excited to do it. You don't hop out of bed and say, yee, I can't wait to put on my underarm deodorant. You just do it because of the benefits that come with putting on your underarm deodorant. Same thing for your journal. Same thing for coming to a class. If you could have done this alone, you would have done it a long, long time ago. That's a song, isn't it? Long, long time ago. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. We're going to get started. Hey, Patty Bass. Hey, everybody. They said you're beautiful, Sandy. Please don't disappear, Sandy. Don't disappear. Where is that Charles Grant? Is he in here? He is here. Hey, Charles. Charles, are you where we can put you on camera real quick before I get into today's little plan? He probably ain't even listening. Is Kenny Dodd here? Charles is, there he is. I'm going to put you on camera, brother. We need to get Kenny in here, Charles. And I hope that this will inspire Sandy. So Charles, once upon a time, had lost about 200 pounds, relapsed, gained most of it back. He picked himself up and got back going. And we couldn't be more proud of him. It's been a battle, but he has been successful. And I'm going to ask him a couple of questions. Hopefully it will inspire Sandy and inspire others. What Charles can do, we all can do. Brother Charles, hello, my friend. Can't hear you, bro.
There we go.
Now we can hear you. Brother Charles, tell them how much weight you've lost as of today.
Well, I'm hanging about 170 pounds lost. I just keep fluctuating up to 3 pounds up and down. So
yeah, I know.
But I'll tell you, I've slid a little bit. I was doing my walking and stuff, and about the last, I don't know, couple of weeks, I hadn't been walking like I was. And I've noticed my eating, I haven't changed it. I've eaten about the same as what I was eating, but my weight ain't dropping like it was when I was walking so much. And, you know, I was thinking about what you've taught before. You know, I've lost 170, but I'm eating like I was before I lost that Shibboleth, but still, I was thinking that just yesterday. I need to cut back, you know, on my eating if I'm not going to increase my activity.
Correct.
Or I need to just get off my hind end and go back doing my activity. But, you know, I can come up with 1,000 excuses to why I hadn't been doing it. One, the weather here hadn't been that great. It's been raining or so cold you can't stand it. And busy, finding other stuff to do. But really, we're inexcusable. I mean, we got the greatest weight loss wellness coach in the entire world, I do believe. I mean, how many people do you know that are like you, that care about, and I know to you, we're not just clients, just pay names on a paper or on a computer screen. You care about every person, whether they're Shibboleth members or not. And you know, we just need to do what you trying to tell us to do, because it works.
Yeah.
But you know, Saturday the 25th, my mother be gone a year. And you know, I started my journey back the 14th of March of last year, and then we lost her on the 25th. And you know, I didn't really let that stop me, but I feel like the last 2 or 3 weeks, you know, she's been on my mind nearly every day. And I guess a little bit of that depression and stuff trying to come back in, and I hadn't been walking like I was. getting out and doing. And, like you were saying, and like with Sandy, she does good for a long time, can lose a lot of weight, but I guess like her, sort of, I've got some of that pain has went away that you was talking about. And we get to wanting to enjoy them other things that we used to do a little bit. And we do it, do it one day and it don't catch us. So we try to do it another little bit, and if we keep it going that way, we're gonna wind up back where we was and worse, because when I first found Shibboleth in 2019, I was 478 pounds and I was miserable. I was thinking of doing weight loss surgery. And, it's before I met you. And then I had heard about Shibboleth for several years, and I've had a couple of doctors want me to do Shibboleth. And I was like, that don't work. It was back like when it was like $199 a year or something. It was way back then. And I'm like, well, I've tried everything else and that don't work. Well, January of 19, I had reached my limit, and I seen that Shibboleth had a $10 a month and thing. And I told Charlotte, I said, well, I'm just going to try it for a month. It ain't but $10. It ain't going to work no way, but I'll try it. So I signed up. Then I believe I emailed you, Travis, and I told you a little bit about me and where I was at, and I needed some help. And you told me that you was pretty busy, that you couldn't really do meal plans for everybody and all this. But you said if you'll send me a couple of foods off of the list that you like, I'll, if I get time, I'll try to send you something. And you did. And the first week that I was on Shibboleth, I think I did 2 meal replacements, Premier shakes for breakfast, lunch, and then for supper, I'd had like chicken breast or something. Well, that first week, I lost 19 pounds. I'd never done that in my life. And I was like, there might be something to this. Well, I kept on. And by 2020, I lost 183 pounds and was doing good and, was feeling pretty good. COVID came in. I got depression because, they didn't want you to get out of the house, didn't want you to do this, couldn't go here, couldn't do that. And then I had a couple of health issues and gained all of that back, but about 15 pounds. Knowing all along what I need to do, just like my sister Sandy. She knows, and I know what works and where to go for help. And so I started back March the 14th. And, like I said, as of now, I'm about 170 pounds down. And I got like 45 pounds to go to get to where I was wanting to be at 250. And I done this before, Travis. I got right there. I mean, it's almost like you running the race, a marathon, and you can see the finish line and the crowd right up ahead of you, and you just lay down and quit. You're just like, well, I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap. And you don't ever finish it. Well, I'm going to finish it this time. Whatever comes along, I'm going to finish it this time. But I don't know. And I had a thought in the last couple of days, I'll just use me like this weight loss thing. I've been big, obese, or morbidly obese just about my entire adult life by doctor standards, and all. But as far as with Shibboleth, I've been off and on and off and on. And Travis is, you know, I think he even told me one time, brother, I can't do it for you. If I could, I would, but I can't. And my thought was the last day or two also is, you know, those of us, and I know there's more than me and just Sandy if people admit it, but you do Shibboleth for a little bit and you go dabble a little bit and you do it and you dabble and you come. Well, what if when you got ready to come back, Travis wasn't standing there, Sasha wasn't there, Tammy, Joni, with open arms to welcome us back, to help us, to get us back on the right way? You know, what if, God forbid, something would happen and they was gone? Would you know how to do this on your own if we didn't have Travis and the team and everybody basically holding our hands every day, pushing us, kicking us, dragging us? I mean, this man right here got in the shower yesterday morning and got on there trying to encourage some people. And they've been on 2 times a day for the last 2 or 3 weeks, you know, basically begging everybody. You know, we got a little stake in this too. We got a little part we got to do. Just like with the Lord, you know, he'll help us do things, but we got a little work to do too. And I ain't just talking to y'all or Sandy or Kenny Dodd, or I'm talking to me, you know, trying to get me back where I need to be, because I just been kind of like holding the line. I guess I've been in maintenance, you could say, since Valentine's Day, because I lose 5 or 6 pounds, 7 pounds. I'll get down to about 292. Then I go back up to about 305. And then I go back down to 295 and then up to, I'm tired of that. I'm fixing to get off this seesaw. Anyway, Travis, I'll give it back to you. I didn't mean to say all that, but maybe it'll help somebody.
We're glad you did, and I hope that it will encourage Sandy to keep coming and others who are silent and don't share what they're struggling with. And you hit on something that is a common theme. As soon as that pain is alleviated some, we get right back into that FOMO mindset. And for me, relapse is a part of recovery. But for me, I didn't really get it until I realized the pain that I'm in, the disgust that I felt for myself, being sick and tired of being sick and tired. That was always enough to get me started. But because I didn't have a vision for the future of pleasure and enjoying life more, as soon as the pain was alleviated some, the only place I knew to get pleasure was food again. So also creating along the way that vision for what you're truly trying to accomplish. And just remember, never stop, never quit. Keep acting as though this is an urgent situation until you reach your goal. Don't quit until you're proud of yourself. But we're all proud of you, Charles. Keep going. I know lately it's been a challenge, but it's fun to watch you negotiate with yourself and show back up, because in the past, as soon as you would sound like you sounded recently, you'd be gone. And I'm proud of you for you're at a different level than you were last time. You're committed and you're doing it. I've even noticed you saying things like that. I don't just do it on the days I want to do it. I do it on the days I don't want to do it. And that is what is for all of our personal development. But thank you for coming here today, Charles. We appreciate you. Everybody I know got something out of it, and we'll do this more often. Thanks for the update. Can't wait to see you hit 250, man.
We got a pedicure when I get there. Don't forget.
That's right. You got it, man. You got it. Thanks, Charles.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Awesome to see Charles. He's going to keep doing good. It's very important, I think, that we all believe in each other and let people know that we believe in them. That's the accountability that a lot of people need. You know, me today, I share with people all the time, I don't know for sure if I would have kept my weight off if I didn't accept the calling to help other people, because now it's you all that hold me accountable. In the past, when I dealt with food addiction, it was you all that held me accountable during the tough times. I couldn't come on here with my weight, all my weight back on, or even part of it back on. When I had about a year problem with alcohol, I had to quit that because it was beginning to show through my performances, and I didn't want to let y'all down. So group accountability is super important. Us knowing that we're a part of one body and we're all a part of that body. I may be the most uncomely part on this beautiful body called the body of Christ, but nevertheless, even if I'm the butt, have you ever seen a body without a butt? It wouldn't be too pretty, would it? So we're all necessary. We're all valuable. And with that said, I'm going to get into the lesson today. So we're going to talk for a few minutes. A lot of this y'all are already going to know, but I'm not going to take for granted you know it. And even if you know it, it's so important that when you hit those times where you don't feel like you're losing weight like you should, you've hit a plateau, it's important that you know how to get yourself back on track. Now, we can do that with WOW challenges. Now, I'm going to take a look at those, but I still want to do some board work before 11:30. And then I've got the 12:30 class today with partners. Today's partner class that's exclusive for partners. Everybody's welcome to one class for free, but exclusive for our partners, we're going to start talking about recipe conversions. So if you're a partner, we have that at 12:30. You can go to www.travis.coach to sign up for that class, just in case I forget to go over that. But let's look at WOW challenges. WOW challenges are a great way to exercise your self-discipline. So I just click challenges and I go to WOW challenges. And then I will see a lot of challenges here that are quirky and weird. I made them this way for a reason. I wanted it to be something that you looked at and went, that's weird. I might try that. There's some good stuff on it. But I know that they're so weird that when you declare a WOW challenge for a specific day, that you're going to encounter some difficulty getting through that WOW challenge. So once you declare a WOW challenge, the idea is not to edit anything. You have to stick to it. You can omit items, but you can't edit items. You can't add 2 items. And you pick one out and you stick to it exactly as it's laid out. And they're weird. They're definitely weird. There's only 1 or 2 that's pretty has some normalcy to it. What we're doing with our WOW challenges is ensuring that you can apply self-discipline, declare war on your weakness, and that we get enough protein that we can preserve muscle and that we lose up to 1 pound a day. So here's a weird one. Let's say that I'm looking at this and I go, I like spaghetti and I like cake cookies. Let me see what this WOW challenge is. And then I pull it up and it says for breakfast, 1 linear cookie with or without 1 teaspoon of sugar-free cake frosting. Wow, some Duncan Hines sugar-free cake frosting, cool. I like to heat the frosting up and drizzle it on my cookie. You may also have a cup of health-wise high-protein hot chocolate with your complete cookie, but this is not mandatory. Then you go down to the next one. 1 Lenny and Larry complete cookie with 1 teaspoon of sugar-free cake frosting. I like the same thing. So you're getting 2 cookies, and then for dinner, you can have some approved spaghetti. So let's say that I wanted to do that one. By the way, I just noticed something wrong with it. Never fails. But anyway, accept, and then I accept for the day I want to declare it. Let me do that again because I've already got one for today. So I go to the 24th. I'm going to do this one tomorrow. I declare it. And then after declaring it, it will show up in my journal on that day, like the one that I chose yesterday. So yesterday I had chose a WOW challenge to demonstrate to the group, and I had chose the cheese dip, Jessica's cheese dip, eggs, veggies, category 1, and it was uncompleted. I haven't marked complete. Now I have a decision to make. On the honor system, did I do what I said I would do? or did I tap out? So in other words, in the middle of the day, did I do something that wasn't on the list? And let's say I did. So I'm going to tap out. I'm going to click incomplete, and I have to tap out because I didn't do it right. And then I will get, the next time I log in, I will see the devil badge, the diet devil badge, the diet devil 1. The only way to get rid of that diet devil is to complete a wow challenge successfully. Patricia Hurt, I just seen her comment. She says, I love doing wow challenges. Have done 480 wow challenges. That's got to be the record. Congratulations, Patricia. So that can help you, okay? That can help you. I also want to talk about, okay. I see your full name now. You can get rid of the diet devil just by doing what you say that you'll do. We get people upset with us saying, I don't like seeing that devil in my website, but you lost. We're bringing a visual to it, right? You said you would do something. Watch this. It's all biblical. Does Satan have any power over you? In Jesus' name? No. So if the diet devil wins, if you lie to yourself, the diet devil wins, right? Would y'all agree? When I lie to myself, the diet devil wins. But the diet devil had no power unless I gave the diet devil power. Was I in charge of my day? Was I able to say no to the food that wasn't on the wow challenge? That's personal power. And the more we exercise that, the more often we will employ self-discipline because we'll feel better. How many of you feel better after a perfect day or a wow challenge done correctly on the honor system? Why wouldn't we want to feel better more? Sometimes I think we engage in some sort of weird, masochistic self-punishment. I feel great on Shibboleth. Why would I want to do anything else? Why would I want to go eat junk and feel miserable when I feel so much better delaying my gratification each day? So wow challenges is a way to right the ship. Next, I'm going to give you some simple foods. Let me pull up the combination chart. I'm going to go to resources. Excuse me. This is our food combination chart. All of these food combinations work. Every one of them work and work great. Okay. These right here, these red column ones, they're simple. And every food, if we portion control the red column, which we're going to go over here in just a moment, if we portion control it, we are assured fat loss. We're literally eating, when we portion control these, exercise on a plate. We also have plenty of meal ideas from the yellow column that help us lose body fat so fast, it's like taking a blowtorch to butter. Then we have our lifestyle combinations. This is where I can have my potato. See, this category 3, need a different color, don't I? Anyway, the category 3, that's my carbs. They tell me to lose weight, I can't eat carbs. I still remember the madness of everybody telling me when I was trying to lose weight, just get rid of carbs. How in the heck do we get rid of carbohydrate permanently when every situation where there's FOMO, fear of missing out, is carbohydrate? You're going to go the rest of your life eating low carb. First of all, when you do that, you're hurting your gut health. You're missing out on many, many, many delicious, amazing foods. Why would you exclude carbohydrate and end up worse off, especially when you don't stick to it for the rest of your life? And then you just come right back to your old eating habits so that you can have potatoes and corn and French fries. Let's learn to eat them and control the insulin impact from them. The same thing with your category 5s. I'm not going to do a program where I can't have my fruit. That's ridiculous. In fact, everybody that's on the vegan kick, they're eating the parts of the plant that have the most toxicity. A plant is a living thing. It's a living, vibrant organism that it sits there by God's command and dangles its fruit in front of you and says, this is my fruit, this is what you eat. If we take that fruit and eat it, it's filled with micronutrition and phytonutrition. If we're trying to maintain our weight, we can have fruit by itself as an approved snack. But when you get started and you're trying to lose weight, it's got fructose in it. What does that fruit sugar do, everyone? It triggers insulin. And now our appetite goes up, fat storage takes place, sufficient fat burning stops for up to 2 days, and we destroy our mitochondria. Not good. Not good, my friends. So we need to learn how to eat protein and fiber with the fruit. So all that you can have. So you're on your way. How many of you, when you first start, you really start off right and tight, then you begin to loosen up your perfect day some? Does that happen to you? When you start loosening up those perfect days, that's when we encounter that slowdown and that plateau. And it's so important to know what to do to get your metabolism stimulated and you back on that momentum charge where you've got momentum and you're losing weight. So let's talk about that. All right. So quickly, we have to still have a perfect day. Anytime that you're wanting to get back on track, I want to challenge you to do what I do. I take 3 days. Do I have any believers here? If I do, then this will work better for you than someone who's not a believer. I pick out 3 days where I'm going to follow this protocol, and I use these 3 days as an act of worship. Meaning that I'm going to have these 3 days for God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit, where the intent of my heart is to deny myself, decrease, so that the power of God can increase in my life. So how do I have a perfect day that gets me back on track? A very restrictive one. I drink my water. I must drink at least a half a gallon of water a day. I use my journal. I write it for 3 days. I'm not agreeing to do it on 4 days. I'm agreeing only to do it 3 days unto God and to do it very thoroughly. Before I go to bed that night, I'm looking at the pictures of the food that I've consumed that I've on my phone, and then I'm writing down about them, okay? And why I'm doing this unto the Lord. And even list my prayers, the things I'm praying for. I'm eating unto the Lord. And then I've got food combinations. Now, when we're really trying to blowtorch the fat, we want to stay with red column and some yellow column. Not all the yellow column, but some of the red column. I mean, some of the yellow, all of the red. Then you've got your portions. I want to make sure that I have a 16-hour, that's timing. Sorry, I'm getting off track. Portions, I want to have up to 3 eating episodes a day. Again, the 3 days are unto the Lord. Now the 3 eating episodes unto the Lord. Breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit. If I'm not hungry, I want to get a bonus with the Lord, and I want to deny myself an eating episode. If you're not hungry, don't eat. But for those 3 days, you're allowed 3 eating episodes. Next, you've got your timing. And remember, your eating episodes have to be strictly portion controlled. Even too much of a good thing can cause some fat gain. Now, when we eat the right foods, Shibboleth approved foods, if we overeat them, we'll gain weight slower than if we're overeating non-Shibboleth approved foods. That's something I can explain if you like. But when you eat Shibboleth approved foods, you could eat 5,000 calories of Shibboleth approved foods and 5,000 calories of Shibboleth non-approved foods, and you'll gain a lot less weight with the Shibboleth ones. Does anybody know why? Why would same calories, I overate the same amount of calories, but I'll gain weight slower with Shibboleth approved foods? Perfect. April nails it. Charles nails it. You're controlling insulin with Shibboleth approved foods. Timing, I want to do a 16-hour fast. That means I have an 8-hour eating window by which I eat my 1 to 3 eating episodes, depending on my level of hunger. Then you've got to your walk. Got to get that brisk walk. Shoot for 10 to 15,000 steps. Charles Grant used to tell me he can only do 2,000 or 3,000, and I said, well, give it time, and over time you'll be able to get over 10. He did it like the next freaking day. You remember, Charles? We always can do more than we think that we can do. We always can. Now watch. By doing this, you're already in efficient fat burning mode. So every step you take, I believe, let's see, is it 10 steps? I think it's every 10 steps, you burn 4% of 1 calorie. Sorry if my math is a little off. I forgot the number, but I'm about right here. Every 10 steps, you burn 4% of 1 calorie. And that's coming from your stored energy. Nobody here is fat. We're all just carrying around a lot of extra energy, right? How many calories are stored in this pound of fat? 3,500. So I can reduce my calories below my needs, and if I have an inclination to do so, I can expend more energy through a beautiful, long, brisk walk, listening to some third day music about God's miracles. You know, anybody like third day? I could go and listen to some Trevor Hall. That's who I can listen to my Bible. I can listen to my good word. I can listen to As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. I can listen to The Untethered Soul and unlock myself. I've got to engage in self-care, okay? And then lastly, you want to do your supplementation. If you're not getting in everything you need, here's what I just took before class. You've got to find the one that works for you, but I take MNS Delta, okay? Now, I have just put it all together. That's the plan. Now, I know that there's a lot of people here that if I said you've got to do this for the next year, you might falter. But who here amongst the people of God couldn't do this for just 3 days? Who couldn't do that for 3 days? If you can't do that for 3 days, even if it gets tough, there's something wrong with you. Your wood is wet. You don't really want to lose weight. You just want to whine and complain about being overweight. How many people here could do this for 3 days? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Do y'all know how we find out? Do you know how we're going to find out? Tonight. Austin Powers is good twin. His Christian twin is going to be here tonight. At 8 o'clock, we're going to talk about taking 1 week at a time and getting our groove back. Now, I said 3 days. Y'all didn't answer me. Could y'all do this for 3 days? Do you agree that if you can't do this for 3 days, you're just not ready to lose weight? I'm not done. I'm not done now. We're going to do 3 days unto the Lord. It's a 5-day challenge. It's 5 days to get your groove back. But here's what I believe. If you get some momentum for the Lord, I believe that that momentum will carry forward on Thursday and Friday. What about y'all? So anyway, tune in for that tonight. Now let's talk about some meal ideas for those who won't be doing the challenge with us. Let's talk about that. So let's take a look at some meal ideas following those perfect days. What are some meal ideas? Let's first look at some 1+2 plus MCT combinations. Let me show you how stinking easy this program is, everyone. This is so easy. Let's look at some eating episodes of the up to 3 that we could have that's like taking a blowtorch to butter. Could I do the following? Could I have, again, it goes without saying, it's approved ingredients that are in the food library. Could I do a grilled cheese sandwich in MCT using approved ingredients? I could do that. That's an idea. Okay. So we've got an idea there. Could I do an egg white and spinach omelet? Could I do that? So far, so good. Could I have some sauteed chicken breast or grilled chicken breast with some approved barbecue sauce or without, and some pig sweet? Now, you don't even have to bread it yourself. Pig sweet has a lightly breaded okra, so you could even do that, so you didn't even have to do your own. But could I have okra? Would that be a 1 and 2? If I cooked in MCT, would that be a 1 and 2? And this is a portion of your chicken and your okra, very satisfying, very filling, plenty of food. And because it's so high in dense nutrition, you'll be satisfied physically. Now, again, let's think about this. There's people all over the planet that are truly starving to death, and we're about to get 3 eating episodes under the Lord acting like we're sacrificing. Think about that. Isn't that weird? We're acting like we're denying ourselves just eating normally. Okay? Now, back to this. Let's go to this. What about some broiled fish in MCT or ghee? So I've got broiled fish and some delicious green beans, seasoned perfectly. I could do that, couldn't I? Could I do this? Could I go to Chick-fil-A and get 12 grilled chicken nuggets with a side salad and use some light Italian dressing? Could I do that? There's no problem here, right? Easy peasy. Could I do boar's head maple glazed ham? Boar's head maple glazed ham on healthy life bread, a slice of fat-free cheese, and some lettuce and tomato. Could I do that? Approved ham sandwich with healthy life bread, approved bread. If you're new here, you can't just use any bread. People will leave here because they don't go through Fast Track, and they'll hear me say a sandwich, and they'll think white bread. The whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead. 2 slices of white bread is like shooting up with sugar. No sugar in the bread. Doesn't matter. It's made with starch. So I've got an approved ham sandwich here. Could I add me some pickles and still be in the red column? Yeah, I could have pickles. Very good, very good. Could I have some pork tenderloin with mashed cauliflower? Can I do that? Pork tenderloin and mashed cauliflower? Could I do this? Could I do London broil, boar's head London broil, fried or sauteed in MCT oil and put over some leafy greens? Use an approved salad dressing What about this? What about this? Could I make me a Reuben? Could I take me some Boar's Head London broil, approved category 2 bread, some sauerkraut and mustard, and make me an approved Reuben? A London broil approved Reuben, and be in the red column? Would that keep me in the red column? And eating exercise on a plate? Could I do this? Could I have some boiled shrimp? Boiled shrimp and broccoli dipped in ghee butter. I could. So hubby comes and takes me out. Hubby comes and takes me out he surprises me for our anniversary and carries me to Red Lobster. We go into the Red Lobster. I didn't plan on Red Lobster. I might not be able to eat my red column. Wrong. Could I do this in the red column at Red Lobster? Let's see. What could I do at the Red Lobster? Could I do the following? It's my anniversary, I'm gonna splurge. Could I get me some crab legs? And tell them to bring me some broccoli and some dip in butter and stay in the red column? No. I tricked you. Why couldn't I at Red Lobster? What column would that be in? It would still be in the yellow column, though. It would still be in the yellow column. So would it work for my 3-day plan? It would work if we were talking about the yellow column. Here's some more. On that combination chart, this is a weird one, but it's the best one. Did y'all see the 1 plus HHF and the 7 plus HHF? Yep. So I could do the following. Could I do this? Could I have where I cut up grilled chicken, cut it up? I like it in a little fajita looking. So I'm gonna put fajita style chicken. Cooked in MCT. Patricia Hurt knows about using this one. Hemp flakes. Then add me some hemp flakes. So I've got, here's what I'm talking about so you can visualize. I've got some fajita chicken breast shred up. I put it in my MCT oil, season it with delicious spices and seasonings, and I put it in this bowl. And then I take me some hemp flakes, 3 tablespoons, and sprinkle over for my fiber and all the cellular regeneration, and I just eat that. That's more productive than going to the gym if you're trying to lose weight. That's how powerful eating a lean protein with a light serving of MCT fats and hemp flakes is. I could use hemp hearts too. Hemp flakes better for weight loss, hemp hearts better for wellness. Both are good for weight loss. Could I do tilapia? Prepare it the same way with some hemp hearts. Yeah. Could I do some chicken breast, cut up chicken breast over leafy greens with some hemp hearts? Yeah. Yeah. Could I make me some shrimp scampi with ghee butter? Again, I got a portion control. I've got my shrimp scampi in my ghee butter, and then over that I put hemp flakes. So can you see it with your mind's eye? Can you see them little shrimps in that ghee butter with some hemp flakes or hemp hearts? Blow torching, man, blow torching. Let's look at that yellow column again. Let's find some more meal ideas. Why is this hard? And again, here I go on my soapbox again. I hear every day. If I wanted, I would make people mad, so I can't show you the names. My inbox is full every day of people going, this is just so hard. Can you not just tell me what to eat? What is so hard about it? Somebody help Travis. Maybe I'll have an aha moment. It's so easy. Look at this. See this yellow one? Look at category 4. Could I do the following? Could I have, this is another red column one. Could I do something simple like this? Could I have an approved hot dog from the red column? Yep. Could I have a category 4 by itself? Could I have some ribs? Just have me a small rack of ribs. Very satisfying and filling. Could I do this? See that MR -2, -3? I'm on the go. Could I do a mighty muffin and blowtorch fat? Could I do some health-wise soup and blowtorch fat? Could I do some advanced health systems mac and cheese with lean ground beef in it and make me my own beef helper, approved beef helper? I mean, already, isn't there enough ideas that you could get through 3 days and just watch the results unfold? Now watch how silly we are. Watch. Just visualize with me. We have our lunch. And let's say for lunch you had just a category 4 because you was in a hurry. You went by McDonald's, got a quarter pounder. You didn't have your bread with you, and you threw their bread away and you eat that quarter pounder. If you were in a pinch, could you do something like that? That's a yellow column. Now you've eaten. What is so hard about this? Look, I go to my phone. What is that? That's a stopwatch. And I hit start. And I just become Rocky Balboa. And I say, I'm not going down until that timer gets to 6 hours, or depending on what your eating window is, I'm not eating again. But here's what happens. Here's what happens. I don't have my little model here. Darn it. I had me a little fake chocolate bar. Here's what happens. We're digesting that food. It's entering the absorption phase. And then 2:30, you're tempted. You start sweating, got the FOMO, and all you can think about is how good that donut would be at work. They just brought in donuts for somebody's birthday. All you can think about how good that would be. You stop thinking about your goals. You stop thinking about the promise that you made to yourself not to graze. You stop thinking about the promise you made unto God to eat breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit, and nothing else. We've got to be mindful, constantly aware and constantly mindful. What we have often in our groups here, I've been there, so I'm not criticizing, I'm saying I had to overcome it. We have a lack of situational awareness. The devil is going to tempt you constantly, and the better you do, the more the devil's going to tempt you. You have to be ready. You have to wink at that rascal and go, I see what you're doing. I'm gonna wait. It ain't time. It ain't time for me to eat. My timer ain't went off. If it's not time, it's not time. I'm not a cow. That's how I talk to myself. I'm not a cow. I don't have 4 stomachs like a cow. I've already had a meal and it's in my 1 stomach. Don't have 4. I'm gonna wait until it's time to eat again. It's constant negotiation with yourself. All right, I'm going to get off my kick. Did everybody get something out of that before I start finishing up this class? Can you use Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets and add hemp flakes and 1 tablespoon of MCT? Yes, ma'am, Sandy. That's a fantastic meal for you to use often. As often as you will, Sandy, if you're still here. Sharon, what about hemp powder? It's just a powder. Hemp powder is a superfood. It's a category 6. It makes for the healthiest shake that you can possibly make, but it doesn't taste great. So what I do is I take 1 part Beverly and 1 part hemp protein, or I take hemp protein and a little fat-free Fairlife milk and a little bit of vanilla bean halo top to give it a better flavor. Any other questions before we spin the wheel today? Thank y'all. Some of y'all really responded and went and shared for us. I'm going to pull up the share wheel. We will listen. I had a good friend say, every day, Travis, you say the same thing, how much you need people, and I feel like you're coming across as a beggar. I'll do whatever it takes to keep Shibboleth alive. Whatever it takes. If I have to make a fool of myself before the entire house of Israel, that's what I'll do. If I have to beg, I'll beg. Because God called me through this program to uplift people and save lives. And I'm going to do it until God says I can no longer do it anymore. I have no pride when it comes to saving lives. So to all of you that are listening to my begging and taking it serious, it is serious. We're in a serious fight here at Shibboleth. It's a spiritual one. And we need you to share so that we can keep doing this. So let me go to the wheel. Let me get that wheel up. I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to share real quick. There's that wheel. Let me go to this. All right. So to share, all we have to do is go to our journal and go to the daily share. And there's a suggested share. You click it. You can say what you want to say, or you can copy that text, edit, copy. Oh, you can't. Well, you can see that. All right, let me now hit the Facebook button. Now I'll reshare so you can see the window that popped up. There it is. I paste the text or write something that I feel that I need to say to my friends. And then you want to mark the feed public. If it's not public, it's not helping. So we want to hit public and then we post. That's all you got to do to help us. And for doing that, we have a drawing every day and we give away $5 of eStore credit. Now I'm going to pull up that spin the wheel from everybody that shared. You can see, by the way, who shared by going back to your journal, by going to, where'd it go? All Stars. And then yesterday, I can see that I had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people shared our post yesterday. Thank y'all all for doing that. We hope to get more people involved. We've got more than 40,000 active members and we had 9 shares. So I'm sorry if I've let you down and I can't get more shares. But anyway, everybody that shared this month that hasn't won is on the wheel. I'm spinning the wheel now. And once you've won, you can keep winning. It just goes back to 0. Every time you share more, your name goes in the pot more until you win. Let go, let God. Let go, let God won. Not sure who that is. That's a username. Joni, if you're with me, let go, let God is our winner today. Let go, let God. And we want to thank Let Go, Let God for sharing our content and helping keep Shibboleth strong. Joni, if you'll make sure, Tammy Wilson is the winner. We'll give her a $5 eStore credit. Thank you so much. All right. Tonight, I'll be sending out a link about our 8 p.m. session. We'll be doing the groove orientation. is physical therapy, Laura asked, is physical therapy going to stop me from burning fat? No, it's going to help you burn fat. Now, if you're sore, you may have some temporary water retention that you deal with where it's kind of masking your fat loss results. But anytime that you're in a calorie deficit and controlling insulin and preserving muscle, you are burning fat every time. Anybody else before we go? Final questions. I got to go get ready for our exclusive partner class. We'll be talking through recipe modifications, not that we want you to do your own, but I've had a partner ask, would I please do that? They prefer to do their own recipe modifications instead of running it by us. They will do so at their own risk, but I'll show you. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming. I hope y'all have a beautiful, perfect day. God bless you.